Momentum is building behind a private members' bill that would give the territories the right to make their own euthanasia laws. The Greens have made it their top priority, and the Prime Minister plans to allow a conscience vote. There were protests when the federal government overturned the Northern Territory's original euthanasia laws. But more than a decade on, even if there is a way to reinstate the laws, there may be no political will to do so.
Gus Roach is 80 and is being eaten away by stomach cancer. He wants the Northern Territory's euthanasia laws reinstated so he can choose how and when he dies.
And if I can't do anything, I just finish up in the hospital in one corner, and that is not right.
Bob Brown's bill would overturn a federal ban that stops the territories legislating on euthanasia. The ACT Chief Minister is angry it's to go to a conscience vote.
Do you believe that the people of the ACT and the Northern Territory should be accorded the same democratic rights as all other Australians? That's the question.
Euthanasia advocate Philip Nitschke says even if the ban bites the dust, the Northern Territory would still have to reintroduce euthanasia legislation. He doesn't think politicians are willing to do that.
They're not going to want to touch it because they're going to have to vote on it, and then of course they know that they're going to attract some opposition, usually from organised church groups.
Church groups don't like the idea of euthanasia any more now than they did a decade ago.
Voluntary euthanasia very quickly becomes involuntary euthanasia, and the right to die becomes a duty to die.
Politicians are reluctant even to talk about this issue. The Chief Minister has issued a brief statement. It says he supports the Territory's right to make its own legislation, but it'll be up to the 25-member Legislative Assembly to decide whether to pursue new euthanasia laws. Gus Roach says if the politicians don't act, he will.
I commit suicide. Just like that.
But he says he'd rather die in a way that is painless, swift and legal. Katrina Bolton, ABC News.